And we're back.
What a start.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I sure do love soda.
Yeah.
Sody pop.
Some nice seltzer water.
Yeah, that La Croix.
La Croix.
Do you prefer La Croix or welcome back to the Best Boys podcast.
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Preston.
And we're going to talk about Marvel today.
Yes, the MCU, as some people are calling it.
Pretty plain and simple. When this comes out, WandaVision will be 2 days from releasing, or no, it'll have come out. The first episode will have come out.
Yes. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But in a couple days, it does.
Yeah, we're filming in advance, but we wanted to talk about the MCU and just things like I've got a nice list of rumors over here that we can discuss.
Yeah, talk about some fan casting, perhaps.
Yeah, just kind of vibe today.
Yeah,
nothing specific.
We're ramping up as we exit the age of pandemic. We're ready to receive some MCU content.
Yeah, some actual content. It was.
I mean, yeah, we haven't had MCU content since Spider-Man 2.
Yep, and it's
in 2004.
We had a whole calendar. We had a whole calendar year without an MCU movie, but it's been even longer.
Yeah,
because all of 2020 there wasn't an MCU.
It'll be 2 years by the time Black Widow comes out. As far as like movies,
that's crazy.
Yeah, what a time to be alive.
Did
as
you
Future
watch?
Once said.
You quote Future so much.
I've been listening to a lot of Future lately. Actually,
Did you
Rent
watch,
Money. That's my unsolicited recommendation of the week.
Did you watch the Marvel Legends that just came out on Disney Plus?
Is that the
it's recaps.
Oh no.
So they did one for Wanda and one for Vision this week.
So it's just like little clips of
their journey through the MCU. I didn't watch it.
I think I might.
I might. But like these two are hard for me because I don't care about either of these characters.
Yeah, honestly, I probably will just
to remember,
and also because I've probably seen Age of Ultron as one of my least watched
because
movies.
People on Twitter are trying to be like, just a reminder. Or when can we stop pretending that Age of Ultron is a bad movie? It's like, no, it's a bad movie. It's not. It's still fun. Like,
it's
still
tough because it's got good parts and it's a full team movie, so everybody love is there.
Yep. It should. It has one of my favorite MCU scenes in the party scene. I love the party scene so much. But
that being said, it's the worst Avengers movie.
Without a doubt.
Easily.
Without a doubt.
Easily. I don't know. It's definitely not the worst MCU movie.
No, but I'd say
it's the worst Avengers.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'd definitely say it's probably bottom 5 for me.
Probably the only middle part of a trilogy, even though it's technically not a trilogy, to be the worst part.
Just because like X2 is fantastic. That's what comes to mind. Spider-Man 2.
Empire. Classic.
Empire.
Far From Home.
Attack of the Clones.
Oh, very good point. Okay. Maybe Ultron didn't break as much new ground as I thought it did.
But yeah, it's that was just. And it's apparently I was reading people were talking about like trying to dissect the whole Legends thing when they were breaking down Wanda and stuff. And apparently they talk heavily about her time being like created by Strucker, and it seems like they might be trying to retcon it into the X gene.
Interesting. Okay.
Which we will.
I like that.
Which
though.
I'm sure we'll see in WandaVision.
Yeah.
That's. There's also rumors that because Evan Peters is in WandaVision.
Yes.
But we have no idea.
We don't know doing what.
There are rumors going both ways that he is Mephisto and doing mind stuff, which I don't really care about.
That'd be kind of cool though. Like just the inclusion of Mephisto.
Yeah, I think he should be introduced in a Doctor Strange thing. But I think Evan Peters is a weird casting for that.
I don't like that casting.
But there's also
Christian Bale.
I mean, that's already.
It's already too late. But that. Yeah.
There's also rumors that they're introducing the multiverse through this, and he'll be the new Quicksilver, which is whatever.
Yeah. I hope not.
I mean, I don't really like Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver either. So
yeah. No, I'm fine with Quicksilver just not being in the MCU. But Ezra Miller should be Quicksilver.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. WandaVision it came quick.
Yeah.
And
I was wandering about it the other day, and then I was like, it's almost here.
What were you wandering?
I was wandering my vision towards the TV, and I saw Disney Plus, and I was like, man, I wonder when that show called Scarlet Vision.
Ridiculous.
What's the first rumor?
Let's pull up one related to that. Boop,
Okay.
boop, 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 boop.
I heard a rumor.
Oh, that was a reference.
That was. There's a couple references, I think, actually. I don't even know which one, but tell me in the comments below what you thought that was a reference to.
So, try out the engagement, nice. So, this list of rumors that we have is specifically from Daniel RPK, who is a scooper, who is...
A scooper pooper.
Yeah, he's a scooper pooper. He's not the most reliable, but it's fun to read rumors. So,
True.
a lot of this stuff we could be talking about could have no ground whatsoever, and...
That's most of the things I talk about, though.
You'll only hear it here and then never again.
Yeah. But you heard it here first.
And only. So off the bat, let's dive in. Apparently, Loki will have male and female love interests in the show,
Lit.
which is cool because
Yeah.
that's what Loki is. Loki changes genders, so
I would love to see a threesome with Loki, Owen Wilson, and insert female actress.
Enchantress, not the Marvel Enchantress.
Cara Delevingne. Damn, I'd sub to that.
Okay, let's go to a more interesting one that we can talk about. Deadpool 3 and 4 are both in development at Disney, according to this.
Wouldn't be surprising. Interesting that they're doing the back-to-back filming for a single character film.
I do think a Deadpool 3 will be very meta.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be like a meta version of whatever Doctor Strange 2 is going to be.
Yeah, it'll be him retconning himself into the MCU.
Yeah. I would love if they just reshot Doctor Strange, but with characters from Deadpool.
And then we also got let's go Doctor Strange. There's quite a few Doctor Strange rumors on here.
Okay.
Dr. Voodoo will appear in Doctor Strange 2. I don't know who Dr. Voodoo is. That's too.
Isn't he from Princess and the Frog?
I mean, that guy is a voodoo doctor.
Yeah,
so yeah, you're not wrong.
It's the only voodoo doctor I've seen on screen.
But yeah, that's cool. I mean, it's another character.
Villain?
Yeah, I assume so.
Voodoo sounds scary.
Yeah, only bad people do
bad
voodoo.
juju.
And then as well as that, Doctor Strange will have a mentor in Doctor Strange.
That
2.
is not the line, The Witch in the Wardrobe.
Let's click that one and see if there's any information on it.
Who would you cast to be a Doctor Strange mentor that is...
Patrick Stewart.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Just some sort of other dimensional wizard.
Yeah.
I would love if they could get Sir Ian McKellen and just dress him up like Gandalf, but he's not Gandalf.
He's Gandalf. He's Gandorf.
Wow, Gandaldor. Dumbledore, actually, I think would be the better. He's Dumbledore, so it's Ian McKellen, but he's wearing like fancy like purple robes. Yeah, I like that. And he uses a wand.
Yeah, it's basically Gandalf the Purple.
Yes, which is my Reddit username.
So yeah, I mean that's like somebody to guide him through the multiverse, probably whatever.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll use or cameo the guy who's the Watcher in the What If series.
Jeffrey Wright.
I
mean,
that'd be a nice link.
I would love to see him do that live action. And he's Commissioner Gordon. That man is killing it. I'm so excited for his Commissioner Gordon.
I'm just excited for that movie.
Yeah,
in general, everything about it.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We don't need to veer into that. And then last Doctor Strange rumor. This one's fun. So do you know who was this movie? There was a Doctor Strange movie that was in like talks before the MCU even started.
Yes, it was like Raimi Spider-Man era.
Yes. Do you know who was in talks to be Doctor Strange?
I feel like I've heard it before, but I do not know.
Dances down a staircase.
Tom Cruise?
No.
Oh, Joaquin.
So there are rumors that he will cameo as an alternative Doctor Strange. Which I mean, again, it's all none of this is
hearsay. I love and I hate how much of a mess Doctor Strange 2 and Spider-Man 3 are becoming with like the amount of. But at the same time, I think it's also great to treat A-list actors like just an actor, and they only get 30 seconds of screen time. Like I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, they don't have to be just because they are.
Because the immediate thought is like, oh, if Joaquin Phoenix is in this movie, he's a main player because he's Joaquin Phoenix. But I do like the idea of him getting like a minute of screen time. And she's like, oh, that's a fun tidbit. If you know, and if not, you're just like, oh, it was Joaquin Phoenix.
I think Bruce Campbell is also.
Oh, he's gonna be in
just
it.
Just because Sam Raimi.
Yeah, Sam Raimi.
He was gonna be Vulture, I think.
Mysterio.
Because
that's why he played 3 different characters in the first 3 Spider-Man movies.
Ah, that's clever.
Yeah, and that's more of like a fan theory that was then confirmed by Raimi.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like.
Do you think he'll pop up in Spider-Man 3?
No.
I mean,
I don't think so. I'd say definitely Doctor Strange.
Just because of Sam Raimi.
Just because of Sam Raimi, but I don't think there'd be a reason to, since they already did Mysterio, unless he's another Stark employee that takes over for Jake Gyllenhaal if Jake Gyllenhaal actually is dead. I would be really down for that. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
I mean, yeah.
Worse things have happened.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of that, who do you think the villain for Spider-Man 3 is going to be besides the universe or the multiverse?
I think somebody's opening the multiverse.
Okay.
Or it might even go like, we might not know, and then that's solved in Doctor Strange.
What do you mean by that?
Like the multiverse could open, and then all these villains are coming through, and so you have Doc Ock, you have Electro, you have all of these people working together. You have Morbius because he's rumored as well, which is ridiculous. But then. So they do that, and they don't.
Oh, because Doctor Strange comes out after Spider-Man.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, that's where I was confused.
So
interesting.
I don't know who. Do you have an idea who you think the main villain is?
No. Because my immediate thought is that it's a regular MCU villain in the sense that it's just a worldly character.
Yeah.
But then the multiverse stuff happens by way of some sort of accident, whether it's due to the villain or due to Doctor Strange.
I'd be down with Norman Osborn doing some.
I'd be down for that, yeah. But that does make sense.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Like, yeah, I guess it's gonna be pretty similar to Into the Spider-Verse then, if it's someone playing with that.
It's gonna be way too similar, I think, to Into the Spider-Verse. I think they're trying to bank off that because they've put so much work into Spider-Man, and then everybody's like, "Oh, Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie," because it is. And so I think they're like, "Oh, people like that,
so we got
let's go for it."
Yeah, which I'm not mad about because this is fun, worse. And yeah, I mean, there certainly is worse options. They're like worse things to do, but yeah. So they have the guy who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 coming back.
Yeah.
Who would you rather play or like to play in the MCU's version of Doc Ock?
I mean, I don't know. Somebody older, obviously, because that's not one you need to have start young or anything. I like Mark Strong.
Interesting, because I was going to say Mark Hamill.
Also down with that.
The Marks.
Yeah, I mean, also both in Kingsman. They've acted together before.
Oh, very true, very true.
Or what's his face? Kevin Bacon?
No.
No, I just said what's his face, and then the first actor that came to my head.
Well, he's probably been in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
Everybody has, right?
Patton Oswalt.
No.
No?
No.
Too goofy?
Yeah, way too goofy.
Yeah. I just think he fits the look of like the classic 60s with the goggles, yeah, and the haircut. Pretty much this haircut, actually.
No.
The middle part with shaved sides.
But different.
Different, for sure, but
almost.
Like, yeah.
Betty White.
Jared Leto?
No, he's already Morbius.
Oh.
Jared Leto's just all the villains in the Spider-Man universe.
I want to go to that universe where
Will Smith. I said that as a joke, but I wouldn't necessarily be against it.
I would like to see him as a villain that's actually a villain. Not Deadshot,
straight up
making him like, oh, he's a good guy though.
I do think.
What if he was Norman Osborn?
Interesting. No, I don't like that as much as I like him as Doc Ock though.
Yeah, I think he would play a better scientist than like businessman guy.
Scientist who is also, and if they go the right route where he's not just a villain to Peter immediately.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
like I like they should.
Yeah,
but I think there's a lot of moves you can make with that work very well. Interesting. I said that as a joke, and I'm actually not against it.
Yeah, no, that could work for sure. And then Jaden Smith could be Harry Osborn. Or wait, no, that doesn't work if he's Doc Ock.
What's his face? Nah, he's Red Guardian. I was thinking David Harbour.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
That's such a waste of him.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe he'll come back.
But still, even if he comes back, him being Red Guardian is just a waste.
It is a waste.
Tom Selleck.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I wonder if he's smart enough to play Doc Ock.
Do you have to actually be smart to play somebody smart?
You have to know how to read.
Do you know that Tom Selleck can read?
He just puts off vibes that he just doesn't know how to. Like, he puts off vibes like all of Magnum P.I. was just kind of like loose improv based off like, this is the murderer and you're going to solve this mystery. You're going to
have you heard about that James McAvoy movie that's coming out?
No.
Okay.
With Tom Selleck?
No, with murder. So this is a side note.
Murder?
Side note 100%. Also, James McAvoy might not be a bad Doc Ock. He's I don't know. I think there's might be in pre-production or they're in post. This movie's being made right now. James McAvoy plays a detective who has to solve a crime, and he was not given a script.
Oh.
So he gets into the character of this detective, and he has to solve the crime. And however he does this, it's going to unfold as that's what the film is.
That's a real Jared Leto-ass, Joaquin Phoenix-ass movie. Damn.
So it's like super interesting, though, because these people, it's like a video game almost.
Yeah.
Where the people were given dialogue options, like all the other actors were given dialogue options. It's like, if he asks you this question, you got to say that. Yeah. But also, here's your character's backstory, and you have to take it and run with it.
That's going to be really cool.
Let me stall. I'm going to Google.
Okay. This video has been brought to you by...
Okay, so I've pulled up... So we're actually informed. I actually Googled something, and we're not just taking a guess at this time.
Wow.
Which is like, we're getting professional.
That's crazy, because you can't look that up.
So the film is called My Son, and McAvoy plays the father of a missing child who travels to the town of his ex-wife in search of answers.
My son!
And this is a quote. It says, James will be doing the detective work of the film in real time on camera to create real tension for this thriller.
My son.
The rest of the cast, including Claire Foy, who will play the ex-wife, will provide the structure, being aware of the shape of the narrative, but McAvoy will be a loose cannon. It could be compelling and maybe brilliant, but it also may stink.
My son.
Which I think is a very interesting thing, because what if he's not a good detective?
My son! I'm just going through a range of actors here. This is my Professor X, but Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
My son! That was Logan Professor. Logan! My son!
Charles.
But
yeah, that's super interesting. I'll see it.
I will be watching that for sure.
And I kind of hope he sucks. And it's just kind of...
I hope it's a really brilliant performance, but he gets it wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Yeah.
And I hope that as a viewer, knowing what's happening, we can be like, oh, you should say that. You watch horror movies, don't go there. But it's don't choose that dialogue option, James.
It's the wrong question.
Well, yeah, interesting. Okay, let's dive back in. I mean, I think we covered some. Let's keep it in the Spider-Man vein. Tom Hardy and Jared Leto are rumored for very, very small roles in Spider-Man 3.
I think that's good because
which makes
I want to see Spider-Man have the symbiote, but good.
That leads into another rumor that Tom Holland will have a supporting role in Venom 3.
Interesting.
Which is less believable to me.
Yes, definitely less believable. Yeah, I mean, could work though. Just it all depends. Yeah.
That would be officially. I think that would have to officially take place in the MCU then.
Oh yeah.
Unless they have Spider-Man multiverse hopping.
Yeah. Maybe the Venom 3 takes place in between the time during the period of. That wouldn't make sense, but. I really wish that we would have gotten Spider-Man a couple years sooner in the MCU, or even just Venom hadn't come out yet, just so we could have gotten the correct origin to Venom. Because I remember there being theories that he was going to get the black suit in Infinity War, he would when he goes to Titan, theoretically, space. obviously can't happen now.
Because it didn't happen.
Because it didn't happen, and it doesn't matter what happens next because Venom's already Venom, but not. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
The Sony MCU verse is just
it's
strange
so
waters. Yeah.
I like Tom Hardy's Venom, though. It's funny. It's
very funny.
It's like, I don't know if it fits in the grand scheme of storytelling of anything, but, like, the scene where they're in the elevator and Venom calls him a pussy, it's like, that gets me every time.
It's the most unexpected, like, humorous movie of that year. Like, just,
for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm actually excited for the second one because we got Andy Serkis directing and Woody Harrelson actually in it and not in a bad wig.
Very true. Yeah, I'm curious what Carnage will look like, too. I will say I mean, Venom is a fun movie, but I don't like it.
No, it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
And the lack of the spider just makes me angry.
Yeah, but it still has, like, some weird white tendrils floating around in the middle, which, sure, but I don't know. Also, they, like, kiss and transfer Venom. That part was weird. That just sticks out to me as, like, the weirdest part of that movie.
Yeah,
she also had boobs.
Yeah, the Lady Venom's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that part.
No, it's weird. And also just the fact that Venom so easily was just jumping, like, hopping hosts like that, which, given the situation, sure, but, like, also her just being chill with that, the girl just being like, yes, I just became Venom.
But also...
we are Venom.
But all... the villain sucked. It was
it was horrible.
A waste of Riz Ahmed because that guy's a fantastic actor.
Oh, arguably a waste of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just as far as the story goes.
I mean, just being like, oh, eco-terrorist also wants symbiote. It's like, you're doing Iron Man 1 but with the Venom skin. Yeah.
Which is a lot of MCU movies.
So many MCU movies.
To jump off of Spider-Man, let's talk about the X-Men. Because we're talking about WandaVision.
No, I got you. Go for it. Keep going. I'm just making sure there's no...
WandaVision, theoretically, we are theorizing that it is going to be some sort of talk about the mutant gene, some sort of House of M scenario, perhaps, or a reverse House of M, I guess, to bring mutants into the MCU. What would be your preferred X-Men explanation? They've always been there, or a big event, a big magic or time warping event?
So with these rumors, I've been thinking about it the past couple of days. With the rumors that they're gonna switch it into that she had the X gene and was activated. I hope that a bunch of people had the X gene, but the snap is what activated it.
Okay, I like that. The first or the second or the third?
I don't care.
All of them.
Yeah,
maybe, a few more mutants popped up every time.
I think it would be cool if there were other people, like if Charles has been around for a while. Professor X. That's just
Charles.
Weird that I call him by his first name. We're not friends. But if like Professor X has been around for a while because something happened to him that awoke his X gene.
Yeah.
Like, if there's the small few that before the snap, like Wanda and stuff, something happened to them that caused.
I like that too. Like your Charles, your Magnetos, your Wolverines, Wolverine, your yada yadas.
And like Wolverine, you could even just do the same.
That he
was experimented on. That's.
Yeah, but he kind of has to be a mutant before he's experimented on.
But he has the X gene, and maybe something awakens the bones. So he's got the bone claws.
His bone.
I hate those things.
His bone awakened.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, gross.
Okay.
But yeah, just something like that.
X-Men Wolverine. Who do you cast today? You're the casting director. Filming starts tomorrow.
Somebody's managed this production really poorly.
Very poorly. Okay, no. Production starts in 6 months, and you have a bucket of steroids to give to whoever you pick. Just a bucket, like of just the liquid, whatever. I don't know what steroids is, but we'll say it's a liquid.
Okay. I'm trying to think shorter dudes.
I know what you want to say.
What do I want to say? Hugh Jackman?
No. Not a huge jacked man, but a Harry Potter.
Yeah, I do. I do like Daniel Radcliffe. he's looked the same for the past like 6 years at least.
20, arguably. Like minus the beard, he's looked the same since Goblet of Fire.
And he's pretty short. I like Daniel Radcliffe is. I was trying to think of somebody new.
Yeah,
Daniel Radcliffe is still my go-to fan cast because I think that's fun. Like, and like people are like, oh, he's Daniel Radcliffe's ugly though. It's like
Wolverine doesn't have to be hot. Like he just has to be scary.
Man's part wolf.
Yeah. One, like he can grow a beard, so we can theoretically either just have a beard or trim him into whatever sideburn situation you want going on. And he is human, so he can inject steroids
for sure
safely.
And he's been like he can get pretty jacked on his own,
but not.
No.
I want to see him triple that jacked.
I'm not saying enough.
I want my Wolverine 300 pounds.
I'm just
5'5".
saying we've seen him fit before.
Yes.
He can obviously get in shape.
He's not a schlub.
What are your thoughts on the Taron Egerton common?
I don't hate it. It feels basic.
It does.
Like it just feels like that's the most popular. Also,
I'm gonna go for it.
I was just gonna make a comment about there's too many British American superheroes, but then I was like, Daniel Radcliffe's British, so I can't even make that claim. But like legitimately, Superman, Batman, and Spider-Man are all like the most famous superheroes of all time. Which we love you, England. You're great. But nothing wrong with. I have no beef with the Egerton casting.
So what I'm scared of, and what has really been proven the last year to me, that scares me even more, is fan outcry becoming
too powerful.
Yeah, because we've seen it twice. We saw it twice in 2020. We saw the Snyder Cut happen.
Which you could say also Corona played a part in that potentially.
Yeah,
they were dry for content, but
also
still.
And then also Rosario Dawson getting cast as Ahsoka, which is Disney, which is closer to Marvel.
Yes, closer to home.
Which, like, I have no problem with fans wanting something and it happening, but I don't want that to become like a thing that happens.
I don't think it will.
I hope not, but I could see it happening more and more because of how well Ahsoka was received and stuff like that.
I think either Warner Brothers or Disney needs to hire Boss Logic and put a zipper on his like content and be like, you don't release these fan arts until we're done casting type of thing.
Yeah, because also that man, I mean, he's been hired by both of them multiple times.
Yes, he has. But I mean, like on retainer, like he works for them and he has to sign NDAs.
Because he does it where he does like 3 different actors as a character, and then people leech onto one, and it's like, if you have him do that, like that's such a great way to do it. You hire him, it's like, these are the 3 actors we're thinking. Put fan art out of the 3 of them.
That's true. If it's on purpose, then that's good.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But then when it's not on purpose and it's just this guy putting 3 of them out, it's like, now everybody wants John Krasinski.
Which I'm not mad about that one. But yes, as an example, it works as a perfect example.
That's just like, they're kind
of. That's one that will probably happen.
And if it doesn't happen, people will be mad.
People will be mad.
Even if it's good casting.
They'll be mad until the movie comes out and it's
proven,
good.
Yeah. If he's proven as good,
Yeah.
That's so the John Krasinski one. I'm so indifferent about it. Like, I'm not like you are, where it's like.
I mean, to me, I'm open to anything at this point, just because Mr. Fantastic specifically isn't important to me as a character. I just love the look.
Yeah.
So
it's that one Photoshop that's not even Boss Logic.
Yeah. I also I'm a sucker for a good beard. Like Infinity War Cap, if I would have seen Photoshop of that, I'd be like, get this man a beard.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see where we go with that. But
speaking of Boss Logic drawings, just to pedal back for a second on Wolverine. So we mentioned Taron Egerton. I don't know if he's done one on Radcliffe, but I've seen fan art of Radcliffe. How do you feel about Doc Ray Montgomery, Scott Eastwood, and Efron?
Has he done all of those?
Those are the ones that I've seen he's done.
Not Zac Efron and not Scott Eastwood.
Okay, Doc Ray. Yeah, I think
I'm fine with that one because he's not tall, is he? Because I think isn't Zac Efron tall?
No, Zac Efron's like 5'7".
Really?
Yeah. I really want to see somebody that's as wide as they are tall play Wolverine.
I don't think it's that important, though, that he's that jacked, is it?
Not even that jacked. I just love the ridiculous proportions of comic books. But I don't want to see that on like a character like Captain America or Superman, even though that's how they're drawn. Because like like or the Justice League cartoon where Superman's a literal triangle pointing down,
or that one
the one with the chest,
the Captain America
yeah,
art where it's like the chest goes out like this far
he
on one side.
He has like double D's,
Yeah.
and it's like because someone did an X-ray of that drawing, and like the skeleton would just be the most ridiculous thing of all time. But no, I just think it plays more into the animalness of Wolverine.
That's fair.
And
I do think he needs to be jacked.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, of course. I mean, and like in a post Hugh Jackman world, you can't be the most fit guy in the room and not be Wolverine. Or
Hugh Jackman, as much as he embodies Wolverine, the character, like in his acting and stuff, physically he was a bad casting for Wolverine.
Oh yeah, on paper, terrible choice.
Yeah.
But it just worked out very well because he was a good actor,
Yep.
and he kind of like made the role his own. Because he definitely shares a lot of traits with Comic Logan, but he's not Comic Logan.
Not at all.
By a long shot.
The closest he gets is when he's Old Man.
Yes, yeah.
It's very similar to Old Man Logan.
But yeah, I kind of want to see like ridiculously, like just mean, like, just unequivocally just an asshole, like. Walking around like this, really, and he's chomping on that cigar, and he just like sees Peter Parker, and he's like, "What's up, you loser, you nerd!" Slaps his homework out of his hand in the Avengers Tower. He's like, "You nerd!" And I also want to see him hook up with Aunt May, and then him and Happy get in a fight.
Marissa Tomei's Aunt May has opened the door for so many strange interactions.
True.
Opposite that, who do you cast Sabretooth?
I'm honestly okay just not having a Sabretooth. But that being said, if we're going with Radcliffe for Wolverine, Ron Weasley. I quit. No, Draco, actually.
No.
You're right.
Have you seen him real facial hair?
No.
It's like yours, except worse.
Okay.
It's
but wig technology though.
Yeah,
Hollywood wig technology. Because look at what's that? The Moses movie with Steve Carell.
Evan Almighty?
Yes, that's not Moses, but yes.
No.
Thank you.
I know.
I just specifically remember that beard. Like they literally like poked it in, and I was like, wow, that seems unnecessary, but dope.
But yeah, no, it's he can grow a killer stash, and then he's patchy on the sides.
Yeah. Well, I think. Yeah, you're right. That is pretty important. Because I would say if that was the same with Radcliffe, I'd say nah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Holy shit! Yes. Well, I want to see Leo as someone like a more important villain, or you just write Sabretooth to be more. important.
Sabretooth is a very relevant villain. We just saw him in he's in 3 movies as a lackey for Magneto, and that's all he really is.
And then
Origins.
He like was portrayed in a really cool way. It was just a horrible movie. Like and Liev Schreiber's great. Like
also, I hate the fingernails.
Yeah.
The way like you can do that.
The way they did it.
The way they were like brown.
Well, they were essentially the same bone claw material that Wolverine had, which there's that doesn't need to be that way. Like if they were like. It's just gross. Fingernails are gross, and just full stop. Like in general,
yeah, make him claws, not sharp fingernails. Like there's a way to do that. I don't know, but there is a way to.
So
do
what if like the tip of his finger just isn't there, like this top third isn't there, and it's just like a bone claw, like a talon,
like an actual animal's claw.
Because
an animal's claw
dogs
doesn't
just have like
it doesn't come out though.
Yeah,
like maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm not in charge of that.
True.
They can figure it out.
Leo, I like that though.
I was just thinking Revenant. Revenant and Leo just made me. I was like, who have we seen be like even more so animalistic?
So dirty.
Yeah.
And animalistic. Yeah, I like that.
My mind originally went to Tom Hardy, but we can't do that.
I would love to see Leo. Might be too young. Well, what about a suave Leo as a Norman Osborn?
Not against it. Wolf of Wall Street-esque Leo.
Wolf of Wall Street mixed with like a little bit more evil.
I kind of want Norman to be older.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I think
Like-
he's not the best pick.
Like
Like in his 50s.
like Willem Dafoe age. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think you beat Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn.
It's
casting.
going to be
That's
hard. I think the only
think
person that was close was Christian Bale.
and we lost it.
Yeah.
What if that's a mislead? I know it's not.
Well, because what's her name could work for Oscorp now.
Darcy.
Darcy or Natalie Portman.
I know what her name is. Jane.
Yes.
Darcy's showing up in WandaVision.
She part of that internment camp or whatever they're in.
I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
But yeah, no, interesting. Bring Oscorp in.
It's not. It's not that. Like, he's not Norman Osborn.
No.
We just have to.
Yeah. It's very hard to accept.
It's hard to accept. It's hard to accept.
Because they announced Christian Bale's going to be in the MCU, and we're like,
Norman Osborn.
We've talked about that for like
years.
Since we've met.
Yeah. Well, because the problem is, well, not the problem. Let's take it back. So, in the same way that we compare Leo playing Norman Osborn to his role in Wolf of Wall Street, the immediate for Bale is Patrick Bateman, which is like a good Green Goblin
kind of like the rotting
synonym type of thing.
Yeah.
The
rotting of the brain by the like it becomes you become a monster.
The dual personalities, and just also Christian Bale being Christian Bale, obviously. And we haven't seen him. I guess he was kind of a villain in Vice, but we haven't really seen him. We haven't really seen him in like a villainous role.
Yeah, we still will in
we
Thor.
still will.
He's a god butcher, so we'll probably get some cool Christian Bale action, which I'm down with.
I am down with. I just hope he's not CG.
He's gonna be at least a little bit CG.
I
think. I could see it where we still see him. I don't know how they do it, but he's enhanced by CG.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I wonder if they'll do it like Ego style, where he can like morph into something bigger.
I just feel like you don't use Christian Bale and not use his face.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Speaking of Thor, there's also a rumor that Beta Ray Bill is in.
I hope he is.
I was kind of hoping that
it was Christian Bale.
Yeah.
So if it's not Christian Bale, who do you cast? I have someone.
I've seen Ryan Gosling as a talk about, and I feel like that's a good.
I like that.
That's a good like foil to Chris Hemsworth. Thor is Beta Ray Bill, Ryan Gosling.
Huh? Yeah, I like that a lot. I was gonna say Armie Hammer, but
Also,
similar.
Yeah, very very similar.
Yeah.
I feel like Armie Hammer is a poor man's Ryan Gosling. Maybe not poor man's. Maybe
on the chart of chaotic
good
and chaotic evil. I think no, what's the one? Authoritarian right and authoritarian left. Armie Hammer's a little more to the right and Gosling's a little more to the left.
Yeah, it depends on the way you're going with Beta Ray Bill for sure.
We should put that chart up just so people know what my brain is.
And we'll toss little pictures that I got you. Or Jimmy's got you.
And Jimmy can do that, and Jimmy put our faces on it wherever we match on the chart as well.
But yeah, it's interesting Beta Ray Bill.
I just Beta Ray Bill's fun. Especially like in the theme of Ragnarok, like the vibe of Ragnarok.
Exactly.
Beta Ray Bill will be fun.
Ragnarok showed that Thor movies can go a little bit more goofy and they still work. They work better.
Arguably. And if done similar to Infinity War, it can also be done seriously as well.
Yep.
In the right way. And I think both Gosling and Armie Hammer have some comedic chops.
Oh, for sure.
So that's good.
I mean,
or they could be the straight man. Either way.
You see Nice Guys?
Yeah.
And did you see Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yes.
They essentially play the same character.
Yeah. Any other rumors that are big or catch your eye? Anything? What's the most shocking rumor on there?
Let me read through real quick. We have not talked about. There's one I want to talk about. I still want to. Okay, so we're gonna start a little bit lower, and then there's two big ones I want to talk about. There are rumors that Robert Downey Jr. will come back as an AI
for Ironheart.
For either Ironheart or like wherever, I don't know.
Any
probably
MC.
Ironheart.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against.
Armor Wars.
Yeah,
Spider-Man 3.
Another rumor on there is that Ironheart and Armor Wars will tie.
That makes sense.
Which makes so much sense. Like I feel like you introduce her in Armor Wars for sure, and then you have Rhodey be more of her mentor as opposed. I feel like that works better because we don't know how like where does that line up?
She needs some sort of introduction. Yep. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, and then Spider-Man 3, Kraven is rumored to be a big character. which I am 100% down with.
I want Henry Cavill so bad.
Henry Cavill would be a great Kraven. I mean, if we're going, we can go Keanu.
Ooh.
I feel like he'd be a more modern Kraven. Though.
Yeah.
Less of a.
It's different a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like both of those. I mean, I love a good mustache, obviously. Yeah. And Cavill's, I think, got the best mustache in the game right now.
And, I mean, but obviously, Keanu's made it clear that he can grow facial hair as well.
Yes,
so
yes,
we will get a mustache.
Yeah, we will get a mustache.
Who else? What happens if I Google Kraven fan cast? I'm just curious.
You do fan cast, I'll do fan art. Okay, I have 3. I'm sure we have a couple of the same.
Overlap. Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so the main one that I'm seeing a bunch of is Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, I've seen quite a few of. It won't happen.
No.
That one's very unlikely because of he's
just
still,
because of Aquaman.
He's Aquaman still. Like
yeah.
I feel like Henry Cavill, we don't know what the future of Superman is.
Yeah. And like Superman is a way more important character than Aquaman, but I still would rather have Henry Cavill be Kraven than
I'm getting Manu Bennett.
Oh.
Which is just interesting. Like
yeah.
that
works.
Manu Bennett, and then also Luke Evans is on here a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Which probably just because facial hair, people are like, "Oh, good, it looks like
yeah." I've speaking of Manu Bennett, I've seen Joe Manganiello.
Okay.
So which makes sense because Kraven the Hunter is kind of like a indie version of Deathstroke in a way, like not really the same, but in a way, like same vibe. You know, they listen to the same music for sure.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I'm not against that one.
I like that if he is still young enough to not always have a stunt double, because I just don't want to have the Captain Marvel Samuel Jackson looking like an old man, even though the face looks good. I just want to see him be as agile as Spider-Man, or like as much as a human can be.
John Bernthal's also on here, but no, we want him back as Punisher.
Yes, I agree with that. John Hamm.
Too white. No, I like that. I know that's
compared to Henry Cavill,
exactly.
the most white motherfucker on this list.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe too charismatic. I don't know. There's something about John Hamm that feels like he doesn't have I don't feel like he has that animalistic.
He doesn't have
nature.
the grit.
Maybe grit.
I see, because I like a charismatic Kraven the Hunter as long as he's got both sides. He's got to have the duality, because I like the Ultimate Spider-Man, which would make more sense for the MCU, where he starts off as kind of like a Crocodile Dundee type reality TV show star.
Yeah.
But it is like more serious for him than like his Discovery Channel show or whatever.
Javier Bardem. I really like that one. He might also fall in that same problem of being
a little too old.
But like
still works.
That the vibes Javier Bardem gives off is perfect.
Yeah, well, and that dude's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
I have here what's the guy, he was in that Jennifer Aniston movie called Bounty Hunter? Gerard Butler. Why did I think of that movie? Wasn't he in 300?
He's been in so much.
Please roast me in the comments. If not for this, for one of the many like random dumb things I said this episode. My God.
He was in that Geostorm movie a couple years back.
Shout out Geostorm.
Did you see it?
God, no. Well, okay, no. I watched it. I watched like kind of at the gym because they play movies on one of the TVs at the gym. So I've like vaguely watched it.
I've watched the third act probably because my dad was watching it, and I just caught the third act, and it's like the most like apparently they send satellites into the sky and it starts causing like global warming.
Yeah,
and it's like
but worse. Yeah, but like epic global warming. A real poggers moment. Do you know? I don't have a name right here. Do you know? Oh, is that Manu Bennett?
Yeah.
Oh, looks so different. I think it's just the hair.
So real quick, because we need to. We were gonna wrap soon.
Yeah.
I've pulled up. I just found this list of Spider-Man villain fan casts. Most of them are very bad. Can you send that to me so I can put it on screen?
Yeah.
Or so I can send it to Jimmy and he can put it on screen. So this is a list of six fan casts for 6 Spider-Man villains, except Vulture, because Vulture was already Michael Keaton, so they have Michael Keaton.
Got it.
So I'm going to Green Goblin. Who is fan cast as Green Goblin? Take a guess.
Christian Bale.
Matthew McConaughey. Which I'm not against.
Yes. Yes, I'm so down for that.
I think bringing Matthew McConaughey into
I have a tweet where I suggested that at some point.
And I need to look up this guy's
Jimmy,
name.
find that. No, don't. It's
I
old.
mean,
That's like
yeah.
2017.
He would just search your name and then Green Goblin, and if nothing pops up.
Good point. No, search my name, then search Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Because you'll find some good tweets.
Hold on, I need to figure out this guy's name because he was in. I know he was in the sequel to Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows. He played Moriarty. Jared Harris. This gentleman.
Gerard.
Nope, Jared. It's spelled Jared.
Oh.
You know him?
Who's he?
Take a guess at who he's fan cast as.
Doc Ock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not completely against it.
Not against
Fine.
it, but I just, yeah.
They're Craven the Hunter. Think of the most basic
Hugh
one.
Jackman.
Nope, it's one that we talked about. The most basic one that we talked about.
John Hamm?
Nope. Gerard Butler.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like Gerard.
No,
I'm sure it could be okay, but I don't. Also, I always get Gerard Butler and Russell Crowe confused.
They're very similar.
I don't know. They are so
I've
similar, but I don't know why. Besides, are they both Australian?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched enough Gerard Butler movies to be able to tell you. But
Yeah,
that's
same.
a problem. My sister has that problem with.
I've just seen Bounty Hunter.
My sister has that problem with Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg.
Matt Damon.
Which, take a guess at who they cast as Sandman.
Tom Hardy.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Have you seen that movie where they say Matt Damon like that?
Yeah, I don't know what is it.
I don't know because I've not seen it. I just know someone who's seen it, so I always make that joke.
I might be in the same boat.
Matt Damon. Put in the comments below what movie is that. I know
you're making a lot of requests.
I know, Justin. I know you've seen that movie. Matt Damon. That might be a terrible impression, but.
And then finally, Electro. This is the most
Jamie
left,
Foxx.
Nope, it's the most left field. Crispin Glover.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Who?
Crispin Glover.
I know who that is, but I don't.
It's
Can you pull up a photo for me?
The dad from Back to the Future.
Oh.
George McFly.
Why?
Crispin Glover. It's just a
Wait,
weird...
isn't he No. Never mind.
No, continue.
I was gonna say Captain Stacy from The Amazing Spider-Man,
No,
but he's
not
not.
even
He's
close.
not. He's not. That photo.
Yeah, that was a bad picture. Okay, so and then yes, this final note I want to talk about.
Yeah.
This final rumor. MCU's Uncle Ben, portrayed by Tobey Maguire.
Has to be Tobey
I've
Maguire.
said that since Marissa Tomei was cast as Aunt May because
Right age.
the age range lined up, and I was like, that's just the perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they look.
He can play 10.
They can age him
5 years up, whatever.
Yeah, they can age him up a little bit. And then the moment in Spider-Man 3, when he takes off that mask and he says, "You okay, kid?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And you get that.
And you could also have a scene.
We finally get an emotional moment from Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
That's not him dying.
Yeah.
And because and you just have one either throwaway line or kind of like just head twitch when he first talks, just like the voice a little bit. But like we live in a world of they're in a world of superheroes, so we assume that voice isn't as important as it is in real life.
They could even. I feel like you. If that's the route they go, which they probably won't, because it's a very full movie.
Yeah.
But if that's the route they go,
only needs to be a 5-minute moment.
Yeah, but I think at the start we have May and Peter talking about Uncle Ben. We find out we get something, and maybe we even hear his voice. Maybe she's playing a home movie and Ben's recording. We don't see him
because we can't see him because then that gives away the moment.
And we hear his voice.
Yeah.
And it's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Was that Tobey Maguire's voice?
Yeah. Or he could even be like they pitch him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Even just so it's like maybe because maybe the Spider-Man we get the Raimi-verse Spider-Man that Tobey plays is 10 years younger than Ben. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because it's a different universe, so it can be whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
but we hear what we hear is like it's all it's like a Christmas morning. He's like, show the camera, Pete.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Something like that. And yeah, they could just do whatever they did to Evan's voice in Endgame, but less intense.
Yeah,
just old manify the voice.
Okay, also
old man filter.
So we both agree that needs to happen, and if it doesn't happen, we're boycotting the MCU.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
No. Let's storm MCU headquarters.
I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to cut through, but one last thing that I have seen all over TikTok that is not true, but a very interesting concept is that people are saying that at the end of Endgame, when Captain America comes back as an old man, that was supposed to be Stan Lee. I'll break down what they're saying for you. So they're saying that Stan Lee died before film, which is wrong though because he's in the movie, so he didn't die before filming. So even if they wanted to, but there's so he'd come back and he would have aged up he would be gone from being Chris Evans to being Stan Lee.
So Stan Lee plays an older Captain America. Oh, okay.
He didn't become Stan Lee.
That's what I was I was like, what?
No.
I was so okay. So it makes more sense,
but it's
still dumb. Yeah, but it makes sense.
But then they would have said I
hate it less.
That is why he was always there because he's watching over his old friends.
Okay,
and it's like, come on. That's just. And also, then you toss that Guardians 2 cameo
does not make sense.
And Thor Ragnarok?
Well, that being said, the time, Steve technically has both Infinity Stones and that Ant-Man suit and Mjolnir, but that was when he was younger, but still. No.
I hate it, but
I love because I love Stan Lee as the Watcher. Like, I think that's cool. Or like a Watcher.
Or like an informant for the Watcher, like a human that they're like, hey, just tell us what you see.
Yeah, or maybe some other sort of alien that is timeless. But yeah, also, so we're definitely not going to be getting Stan Lee cameos. We will in Black Widow, I think. No? Okay.
Nope. It was confirmed that Endgame was the final one, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a good one to leave on.
Oh, for sure. Like, and I mean, but the cameo is kind of lackluster in my opinion.
The cameo itself is lackluster, but as far as like movies to end on, it's a good one.
Well, do you know his Deadpool 2 cameo? It's not physical. He was filming something else. I don't know what it was, and they just couldn't line up schedules. So when they're when X-Force is doing their thing and they're all dying, when Domino is parachuting, there's a giant mural of him on the wall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that was before he died. That they did that, but then they did the Once Upon a Deadpool re-release, which was ridiculous, and they changed it to be a memoriam, so it said like R.I.P. and stuff. So it's like that's cool. Like that allows maybe do stuff like that. Like in like
well they could like Photoshop him into any sort of like advertisement or newspaper.
His cameo in Daredevil season 1, he was alive and well when that was happening. I mean maybe not well. He was very old.
Yeah.
But he was just a picture on a wall in the police station.
Yeah.
Like that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, I like that. Just a wink and a nod.
Yeah, keep him up, keep him alive, but don't CG
force him into. Yeah,
please don't CG him.
You know they have the scans they need though.
Oh, 100%. They could for sure.
They want to.
They might.
Kevin Feige's got he's that meme with the guy with the red button. He's just like, oh, I want to deep fake Stan Lee. But
yeah, I mean,
no, that's does not make sense.
Nope.
I mean, whatever. I think it makes more sense. And no, it doesn't. Well, this was an episode.
That was an episode. Yeah. I mean, there's a promising future with the MCU, but it could also fall back into the same old pattern, and
which I mean is not necessarily a
bad
pattern. No,
it's not bad, but it's just
we've been there.
Yeah.
I think like any other franchise, it's gonna have its ups and its downs. And now with getting TV shows as well, there's potentially more good or more bad. Yeah.
There's definitely room for growth.
But yeah, that being said, first episode of WandaVision is out, so maybe watch that if you're interested. Maybe watch a breakdown video about it. Yeah, I'm sure there's a million.
Yeah, for sure. People have been in a drought for being like all the details you missed. Watch Mojo. Top 10 things you missed.